Hi, I'm Cash with CashedOutCars, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to change your oil in a 3.6 liter VR6. Now this engine was used in a wide range of cars, but the car that we're going to be changing the oil on today is my Passat, and we're going to jump right into it here. The first thing to do is to get your car up on jack stands. I normally use that aluminum subframe as a jacking point, and then put the jacks on the jacking points at the corners of the car. The next step is to remove this plastic splash guard under here, and to do that you're going to use a torx head fastener, remove the bolts on each side, and then slide it back, which I'll show you once I have all the bolts loosened up. This is a number 20 torx head fastener if you don't have one. In addition to those number 20 torx head fasteners, there are an additional 3 number 40 torx head fasteners towards the rear of the car that you'll have to remove. And then once all the fasteners are out of the way, this thing will drop out of place. You have to push up the clips in the front, and it'll slide to the back, and you could remove it. Now it's time to get ready to drain your oil, so crack open your oil fill cap so that way air could escape through there, and also crack open your dipstick so once again air could get through there and the oil will actually drain out. Next you could locate your oil fill plug on the back of the engine. This is a 19mm hex head bolt, and all you have to do is crack that loose and oil will start flowing out. Get a catch pan ready under there, a catch pan ready under there to catch all the oil that comes out so it doesn't go all over the floor. We're going to do that now. Once you get that thing cracked loose, you can just back it off slowly by hand, keeping pressure in towards the oil pan. And this will prevent oil from starting to leak out. And then once you're at the end of the threads, quickly pull the oil pan bolt away and oil will start flowing out. Also note that it's a good idea to wear gloves during this process. The next thing you'll have to do is turn off your oil filter housing. Ideally you would turn that drain out that's in the center of the housing, but mine was stripped out when I got the car, and I tried to do a fix on it and make a flathead slot in it, but that also stripped out. So now I'm just going to carefully remove the housing. You need to unscrew it using that big hex there on the end. I'm using an 1.5" socket for this, which really is not the correct tool, but it does the job. I'll link the correct tool in the description below. If you don't drain the housing, expect a lot of oil to just drop out as soon as this thing unscrews. You can see it's going now. I'm trying to slowly drain it. And then you could remove your housing, and that's your filter there, which you'll be replacing. To replace your filter, it's very simple. The filter just clips into place, so just simply pop it straight up. And then to put your new one on, simply line it up with the bottom and press it down into place. And you'll hear it click just like that. Also included in this kit is a new O-ring for this oil filter housing. You could remove the old one. Be very careful to not damage the mounting surface. I'm just using a safety pin here carefully to get under it and then remove it from the housing. Remove it just like that. It's a good idea to do this before you actually get that filter snapped in, and you could just snap it back out, but I didn't feel like it for the video. It's a good idea to get some oil on the new O-ring to help promote some sealing here. So do that and then get it over the filter, and then just get your O-ring down into place where it sits on that cover. Now we could screw this thing back up into the car and tighten it. I'm just going to tighten it until it's snug, but don't over tighten it because it is plastic threads. And also do the same thing with the oil pan fill bolt. Tighten it until it's snug, but don't over tighten it because you do not want to strip it. Next, you could go ahead and reinstall your splash guard under the car. Once again, tighten everything down so it's not going to back out, but don't over tighten anything, because a lot of this stuff is very prone to stripping out. Once you're sure the drain plug is back in place and tight, and that the oil filter housing is back on and tight, and that that splash guard is back in place, you could go ahead and lower your car and get it back on the ground. Now you could refill your vehicle with oil. I'm using Liquimali 5W40 as my oil. This is oil that's rated for these German cars, and I have a link in the description to where you could get it for your own vehicles. That's going to wrap up this video. Sorry for the couple times that I misspoke in the video. I did correct it on the screen. I was sort of rushing with this one, trying to get all the shots nice and also do a good job with the oil change because it was getting dark and really cold. So once again, I apologize for that. Everything that you need to do this oil change is linked in the description and in the comments. Please purchase from there if you're looking to do an oil change on your car. Like this video if you liked it and if it helped you, and subscribe for the next one. Take care.